This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
But Jimmy was the boss. Jimmy, well, he could get pissed off. Wow.
Give me an example.
Well, I can tell you the time. This was like his final time of. I'll give you two examples. Final time at World Championship Wrestling under Kip Fry. Jimmy and I sat down, and in his office, and came up with a plan for local interviews. And I came up after talking to him for a long time. I came up with an email and I sent it out. And he saw that email and he brought me in his office and just he hammered me, man. Don't you ever put my name on an email. And he said, you're kind of a half-assed producer. He said, because you let the boys push you around and you can't let the boys push you around. He was eating out my ass and trying to lecture me about how I should do my work. And Kip Fry came by the office and heard him shouting at me. And Kip said, what's going on? And when I walked out and I said, Jimmy's just like out of control. And it wasn't too long after that Kip sent Jimmy back to Dallas and he didn't come in the office anymore. That, and then there was one time I think it was Roger Dean, who was, and I think Roger's going to be coming on our show, I believe, or maybe he's already been on our show. They brought him in from the AWA, and Roger would just have these real funny comments, that we kind of get by with now on TV.
Yeah.
And Jimmy didn't want that. He did not want you to talk about yourself. He always got pissed off when Gordon Soley would say hello to the people at Molio's in Tampa. And he just did not want you to talk about yourself at all. It was all about the guys. And if you varied from that, he came out one time during a commercial break and he ripped Roger a new ass. I never will forget that. I'm thinking, how? And he walked away. Roger said, he doesn't like my work. He doesn't like my work. And I said, Roger, he wants you to talk about the match, buddy. That's all I can tell you. So, but there was a fiery side of Jimmy Crockett that not many people saw. Good guy. He used me and he liked me and he's the one that put me on TBS. He did. But man, I don't know if you saw that or not, but don't piss that guy off, buddy. Man. Francis would like that too, but because she ran the baseball club.
David seems like he's cooler than the other side of the pillow.
Yeah. David was a good guy. And again, I'm not saying that Jimmy wasn't a good guy, just different personalities. But there was no question that, that Jimmy ran the company, and you walked a fine line as an announcer about bringing out your personality. I mean, I could bring it out when Ric Flair was there with me, when Ric Flair did an interview, and I would do some facial expressions or whatever, or shake my head. He didn't mind that. But if I went into business for myself while this match is going on, saying something that's funny about the Barbarian, not putting him over, or say something irreverent. There was a time, and I think 86 was the year. We'll find out for sure. But my niece, Kathy, got married, and very close to her, my sister's girl. And Kathy and I kind of grew up together. We're only 4 years apart because my sister's 16 years older than me. And so they had a Saturday. I know you've talked to Jimmy Crockett.
Dude.
But did you get a sense that he could get really pissed off?
He didn't say that, but yeah, you could tell he was not about the bullshit. And
he wasn't, man.
I just had a chance to see the first cut of part one. I think I may have mentioned to you, we did like nearly 5 hours together.
Right.
So part one's going to be over 2.5 hours. And we talk all the way through the end of 86.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course, part two will be 87, 88. And of course, the end, but my goodness, so much good stuff. And my resident Mid-Atlantic expert, Dick Bourne, who runs MidAtlanticGateway.com, that we should definitely put over here. He was in love with it and thought it was fantastic. And thanks to George Pantas, friend of the show, we've got a really nice thing we're doing at the end of part one.
I was talking about the airplanes.
Yeah.
The airplanes were obviously an albatross financially, but for the guys who traveled a lot, it was wonderful.
Oh yeah, because they got to be home more.
Yeah, they got to be home more, and they didn't have to go through the airport, which is, if you do it on a regular basis, a pain in the ass.
Worst, dude.
Yeah. So it was good, and it was a bad thing, but it was a good thing. And I think it was a bad thing. And of course, I know it'll come out with your interviews with Jimmy on ad-free shows, but I think I think it became a bad thing because I think they misused it a lot.
Yeah.
In other words, hey, let's fly to Vegas and make Vegas our hub out west and go back and forth all the time.
Of course.
So that was, but then again, you know what? As Dusty said, you're riding the lightning bolt, buddy. He said that a lot. So we were riding the lightning bolt.
You know, it's a great thing. It gives the guys a chance to, you know, have a better quality of life, but it did hurt business. I mean, it's important for everybody to really wrap your head around this. The WWF is grossing far more money than the NWA is here. And Vince McMahon, who we all know as an eccentric billionaire weirdo, he's still riding commercial.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's standing in line at the airport like everybody else.
It wouldn't be long after that, though, he started going private plane. But it was just for him and some of his people, because I was on Vince's private plane. Me and Bruce and Pat and Kevin Dunn, sometimes Kerwin Sophie's. They would put me on there because I had to get back and do the video cassettes. So.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.